Hey there friend, good morning and welcome to this 10-minute morning yoga practice. My name is Katie and today we're doing 10 minutes of yoga to energize and wake up for the day. So this is perfect if you need that energy boost and if you want to stretch out all that stiffness from your body. If you do enjoy doing morning yoga, make sure to check out my playlist, which is full of 10-minute morning yoga practices like this. So that'll definitely help you to stay in this good habit. If you're ready to begin, we're going to start our practice today in child's pose. So you can have your knees together or you can take them wide apart. Hands might reach towards the front of your mat here, and if you can, release your forehead to the ground as well. And just observing a few deep breaths here. You can start to press your hands down into your mat here, and with a breath in, pull yourself up, coming into tabletop pose here. So wrists are directly below the shoulders, knees are directly below the hips. Press yourself away from your mat and we'll do a few rounds of cat and cow here. So as you inhale, tailbone points up, belly drops down, chest comes forward and eyes look up. As you exhale, point your tailbone down, round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest and drop your head. And keep going a few more like this. Each inhale takes you up, each exhale rounds you down. Coming back to a neutral spine now, we'll take it into tiger pose. So as you inhale, reach your right foot up towards the ceiling and then look up. Now you can either stay here just pressing that right foot up, or you might reach back with your left hand to find that right foot and then slowly start to lift your right foot up. So you're opening up through your left shoulder here. Nice long breath in. And then exhaling, you can take your hand and your knee back down. This time your left foot comes up towards the ceiling. Again, stay here or bring that right hand back to find your foot. Slowly lift up, opening up through your right shoulder now. Eyes find the ceiling if they can. Big breath. And then exhale to drop back down. We'll walk the hands a little bit more in front, curl your toes onto your mat, and then drag your hips up and back into downward facing dog. And you might just paddle out your feet here, just stretch all through the backs of your legs. When you can, point your tailbone to your ceiling. Drop your head so your ears are in line with your biceps and keep pushing yourself away from your hands so you get a nice full body stretch here. Next breath in, glide forward into a high plank so your shoulders are above your wrists. And then on your breath out, bend your knees, drag your hips up and back for downward dog. We'll do a few more like that. Inhaling to come forward. Exhaling, down dog. Last one. Pausing when you're in your downward dog. Paddle it out again if you need to. And then from here, drop your knees. Sit yourself back into child's pose just for a moment. On an inhale, you're pulling yourself forward and just dropping your chest in between your hands so your hips stay floating up in the air here. And then inhale to come up into extended cobra, scooping yourself up but keeping your elbows bent. Feet are wide apart here and just stretch through the front of your body. Next, exhale, bring those big toes back together, drag your hips back towards your heels for child's pose. We'll do a few more like that. Inhaling forward, drop your chest and scoop it up. Exhale, down dog. Last one, coming forward into cobra. Exhale for child's pose. Pause here, find your breath. Now we'll bring ourselves back to downward facing dog. So drag your hips up and back. Staying here just for a moment. And then we'll take our dog for a walk by walking the feet towards the hands. Finding your standing forward fold. Feet are hip distance apart. Knees stay bent. Drop your head towards your mat. Tuck your chin to your chest now and start to roll your spine up. Nice and slowly until eventually you're standing on your mat. We'll make our way into extended triangle pose here. So keep your right toes pointing towards the front of your mat and bring your left foot back behind you, parallel to the back of your mat. Front leg stays straight here without locking your knee, and then bring your arms out wide, left to right. We'll look over our right fingertips and then start to glide forward as if you are trying to touch a wall that's over to your right. Take a breath in and then exhale, bring your right hand down to your right shin and reach your left hand up towards the ceiling, maybe looking up at your left thumb here. So getting a nice full body stretch here. Our goal is to keep the back as straight as we can. So if you're rounding your back to get down, just lift your hand up a little bit more along your right leg so you can have your spine straight. One more breath here. And then exhale can start to reverse you out of the pose. You can relax your hands down. We'll just switch feet now. So now your right foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat, and then your left toes point towards the other short edge. Left leg is straight without locking your knee. Bring your arms out wide, look over your left hand, and then glide over to the left. On an exhale, drop left hand to left shin and reach your right hand to the sky. Looking at your right thumb here, keep your back straight. Take a few big breaths. Slowly starting to come back now. You can drop the hands down. Now we'll come into a wide-legged forward fold here. So you might take your feet out as wide apart as is comfortable for you. Both feet are parallel to the short edges of your mat. Bring your hands onto your hips and now keeping your back nice and straight, start to release your head towards the floor. Hands can come down onto your mat. And if this pose feels comfortable for you, you might walk your hands back so your hands and feet are all in a line here. Relax your head and just let everything hang here. You might play with this pose a little bit by bending one knee, walking your hands over to that side. And then bend your other knee, walk your hands to the opposite side. And just a few more like that, just to loosen everything up. Coming back to center now, we'll come out of this pose the same way we came into it. So hands can come back onto your hips with a nice straight back, then lift yourself up. And then when you're ready, you can bring your feet back in close together. So you can come back down to sit on your mat, whatever way is most comfortable for you. And we'll end our practice just by bringing the palms together at the chest, closing the eyes, and tucking your chin slightly towards your chest. Take a nice big breath in, long breath out. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this 10-minute morning yoga stretch. If you did, please let me know by leaving a comment below, or you can leave a thumbs up. I hope to see you again here tomorrow for another morning yoga practice from this playlist. Or if you have time, you can stay on your mat and do this guided meditation. So have a great day, and I'll see you next time.